Hello and welcome to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome to Gaming Nest News, where coffee always restores us to full HP. There we go. My name is Sarah Jewell, and this week we will be bringing you all the latest gaming news and updates. First, we have one of our regular contributors here, Richard, who will be opening up the show this week with the new Rainbow Six Parasite. Richard, take it away.
I tend to talk a lot about Rainbow Six Siege here on this platform, and today I am going to shake it up. Rainbow Six Parasite is the working title for the next Tom Clancy game Ubisoft is putting out, previously unfortunately called Rainbow Six Quarantine before a much-needed name change. This new game is a full title release and seems to be based on the Operation Chimera Outbreak event from 2018. Leaks for this title have been coming out steadily over the last few weeks, including how some match structures work, available characters, guns, enemy types, customizability, and the works. But most importantly, we saw gameplay. A few weeks ago, just a short clip made its rounds that shows off some UI and an enemy up close that was followed by a sighting of a technical test on Xbox. So clearly, we were in store for something really big, really soon. Cue March 20-ish, where a beta tester leaked over an hour of the tutorial and other supplemental details from the game live on Facebook Gaming, where it was swiftly removed. Ubisoft apparently knows exactly who did it and will take action against them, but that's an update for later. For now, the video game. It seems to be a lot like a hardcore level-based survival game like GTFO, in which a team of 4 prisoners go into a monster-infested facility to secure assets and data left behind and stealthily fight against hordes of very, very tough enemies with limited supplies. Parasite seems to take cues from this while adding characters you already know and love from Siege. The footage is really small and a little hard to parse. It's kind of grainy and it's absolutely covered in ID numbers, so Ubisoft knows if that guy broke NDA, which he did. But what we have here is interesting. Sure, it might just be another 3-player action game where you have to fight zombies, but there seems to be more to it than just the makings of another Left 4 Dead. There seems to be a little bit of that tactical approach to the game still, requiring some map knowledge and intuition to clear the levels, but it's been completely retooled. It seems you're able to barricade areas with electronic doors, perhaps to lengthen the amount of time it takes for enemies to get to you, or even to completely close off routes and make a safe escape. Stealth seemingly takes a precedence over the tactical and fast-paced nature of Siege, and abilities and toolsets have been changed around to allow for maximum compatibility in this setting. For instance, in Siege, Vigil's gadget hides him from only cameras and drones while active, and here it's basically a sound-dampening stealth field similar to Knock, which can let him sneak past large groups of enemies without triggering any aggression. It's a great idea, and I can't wait to see how other operator abilities are mixed up to fit this PvE style. Weapons have about the same level of customizability that we can see in Siege, but possibly a little broader with options to cover more niche roles as you progress. But the addition of a character leveling system for unlocks should keep me and other players around for quite some time. Hopefully, some cosmetics bleed over between the two games so we can have some ridiculous viral zombie skins in Siege again. And while we still have no real update on proper release for this game, leaks and speculations say it could be sometime this year. And with the technical test looking mostly polished, save for some placeholder text-to-speech voices, it could likely be the release of the summer for Siege fans. But with no real and official word from Ubisoft, and its development stifled by the quarantine that forced its name change, we could be waiting quite a while for this one. But the look we do have for now is enough to satisfy us. For at least a few more weeks.
Thank you, Richard, for that update. And next, we will be going to Willden, who is covering the Square Enix presentation. And now, I'll throw it over to you, Willden.
Howdy y'all, Willden here talking about Square Enix. That's right, Square Enix had a presentation this past week in which they talked about some of their franchises. Starting with Tomb Raider, it's its 25th anniversary this year. You can actually now get a remaster trilogy set of the newest Tomb Raider reboot series that came out last generation. Also, Lara Croft is coming to Fortnite. Other interesting news is Avengers. You know, Avengers has been a hot topic for a lot of people. Some people love it, some people not so much. There's been all this hootenanny about it. But some good news on this one. Black Panther officially got confirmed and announced he's coming later this year. And they gave a brief roadmap saying, hey, this is what we're doing as far as our plans go. We know we're a little bit behind, but we're going to try to take our time with everything. And this is what we have set up for this year until he comes out later on. Also, if you like Just Cause or Hitman, well, I got some updated news for you. Both of them are getting mobile game entries in the franchises. That's right, they announced both of them are getting new updates. Hitman's gonna be a little later on. They only showed just a quick teaser of it, but they gave some footage to do Just Cause game. If you're into that series, dumb action fun, I highly recommend you play Just Cause 3 or 4 just to see if you like it. If you're a fan of that, you're gonna like this mobile stuff. Also, guys, Bubble Bobble is back. That's right, Bubble Bobble 4 is happening, and if you're old as dirt like I am and played one of the original Bubble Bobbles back on the NES, you know the good fun that is. And if you have any kids or anything like that, this is a good game to show your kids. Good fun family franchise, so keep an eye out for that. I recommend Bubble Bobble. Also, guys, Life is Strange. Big new entry. The next one in the franchise, True Colors, has been announced, which is coming in the fall this year, as well as a remaster of the original Life is Strange and Life is Strange Before the Storm, which you can get as a separate thing, or if you're a big fan, you want it all and experience all the heartbreak and emotions again, you can do a big pre-order of True Colors and get the remasters along with that. As you can see, they have a newer engine. The characters look a little bit better, and it's gonna be exciting to see what they're gonna do with this new engine, how they're gonna use it. It's gonna be new characters, new story, kind of like what they do with every game for the most part. But we have a returning character, Steph, from Life is Strange Before the Storm. I know that was a popular character, and it's good for fans of franchise to see a fan favorite like that return. And also, guys, they came out with a little bit of a surprise at the end. There was this game that they kind of teased last year called Project Athia. That was like the code name for it. Well, they officially came out and said, hey, we got the official title. This is called Forspoken. And not only that, they decided to show off just a little glimpse of footage, just a little teaser of footage, and man, does this thing look like it's shifting gears and kicking rears. It seems like it's a little bit action-y, platformy, maybe Devil May Cry-ish, maybe RPG's not quite clear. Hopefully we'll get some more updates on the game when Square decides to do a more summer presentation around E3 time. But it was nice to see, was kind of unexpected. It's good to get like a little surprise update here and there, because they were saying Life is Strange was basically the big one of the presentation before it aired on their Twitter. So it's good, exciting time, a lot of variety Square is doing. Square's really killing it now. Also, as I mentioned on the previous one, Final Fantasy VII Remake remaster is coming as well with the new Yuffie episodes, so don't forget, that's coming in a couple months here. And you technically can still get Final Fantasy VII for free on PS Plus. In the meantime, guys, though, I'm gonna wrap it up here, and I will see you guys on the next Gaming Nest news.
Thanks for that awesome clip, Willden. Appreciate you. And speaking of clips, we are looking for some clips to highlight and show off what our viewers and community can create. You can take these videos and send them to info@nesthq.online. Again, that's info@nesthq.online. And with that, we will go to our featured player of the week.
Loading meanie! You like that? That's like it. I like lipstick! Lipstick! Face mask! Face mask! Regret this! I knew.
It's always a treat to see some awesome content from our community. And thank you for the submissions, everyone. Leading into our next segment, we have Project Supervillain on the new Doom Eternal DLC. Take it away, boys.
What are you playing?
Relax, I'm just playing some Animal Crossing, bro.
Give me that!
Man, chill.
We're going to play a game that's going to inject nuclear testosterone directly into your nutsack.
Great.
Put on Doom. It's time. It's time to play the game.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're your hosts from Project Supervillain. I'm Mark Drifter.
I'm Kill Boss.
And today we're back with some more news, though this time we've actually got something a little bit on the lighter side. Now, that being said, Doom Eternal is not a light game.
It is not a light game,
It's
no.
a
But
very dark game, but the topic today is light.
we've got good news. We've been feeling like, there's been a heavy cloud over the gaming news scene lately, so let's lighten it up with some good stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Doom Eternal today, and just basically all the good news that's gone on in the past few months, in the past year, and since its launch.
Yeah.
And just kind of discuss why Doom Eternal was such a success.
And we're also going to look at what is in store for the future of Doom, because I have this feeling that it's not over just yet.
So, let's get into it. So let's give you guys a brief history lesson of Doom Eternal, how it did, and generally what went down with its launch. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, it was an awesome launch. One of the best games that I ever played at launch, especially, with the condition that a lot of games show up in. This was a complete full package for the $90 that I paid for it. Absolutely awesome. Got my money's worth and then some. And apparently a lot of other people did too, because Doom Eternal, as of, I think it was last month or the month before, it had made over $450 million, and that is just purely through its sales, people buying the game. No microtransactions, no cosmetics, or no paid cosmetics, no store items, nothing like that. This was 100% pure people wanting to play a good game, purchasing the game. $450 million, that ain't too bad.
So that includes the first DLC, not the second one, which actually just launched.
Yes, that's right. These numbers were as of the main game and the first DLC, so Doom Eternal's doing pretty good and raking in a lot of money for Bethesda and, well, now Microsoft, I guess. And not only did it have an amazing launch that was super successful, it was actually the biggest launch in the franchise's history. So out of every other Doom game that's ever come out, this is the one that people were the most... Wow. So out of every other Doom game that has ever come out, this is the one that people were the most hyped for and the one that everyone wanted to get their hands on, and that shows in the sales figures.
So there's a couple things I really like about Doom, and I'm sure I'm not the only one in this aspect, but this is kind of the main things that I think Doom has going for it, and that's its combat, its speed in which the combat is done. The actions that the Doomslayer himself does, like just punching anything, is just impactful and speedy. And not only that, but it has literally the best soundtrack of 2020, Project Supervillain official.
Yeah, absolutely. We give that our seal of approval. And this whole game just gets our seal of approval. It is fantastic. The Doom Dance, as they call it, is what really shines in this game. It's the intricacies of the combat and how each weapon and enemy works together. It created such an awesome formula, and that's kind of why, after they perfected something like that, I don't really think that they're done just yet, but we'll get into that near the end, because right now we also have to tell you that, surprise to everyone, the Ancient Gods Part 2 launched today. So yeah, today, March 18th, 2021. It was funny because they showed showed us the trailer yesterday on March 17th, St. Patty's Day, and they're like, you can play it tomorrow! And it's like,
What?
yeah.
Hell yeah, brother!
It's a gift straight from Hugo Martin, the man himself. So yeah, if you were looking forward to the Ancient Gods Part 2, if you played any of the other ones, or even if you haven't, go pick up Doom Eternal first of all. What's wrong with you? Play that, play the Ancient Gods Part, then get your hands on the Ancient Gods Part 2, and give it a try, because apparently it's supposed to be a lot harder than the first DLC. This game's already super challenging, but we are going to be playing that ourselves this coming Saturday on our own stream.
So when you're watching this video, we have already played it. Go check it out on our channel, Project Supervillain. We probably will have enjoyed it by then. So Eric, where does Doom go from here, you think?
That's a good question. But thankfully, we've got an answer to it, because a lot of people have been speculating, like, everyone, even in the trailers, it's been saying, your fight against hell ends here. So everyone's like, is this it for Doom? Are we going to see any more? But I believe that we've gotten a pretty solid answer from the creators themselves. So they were asked about, what's going to happen in the future, and they were talking about how they're closing off the story arc, the point at which you woke up in Doom 2016 up until the end of the Ancient Gods Part 2. And they said that story arc is over now, but there are still many more stories that they have to tell with the Doom Slayer. The exact quote is, but there are more stories to tell with the Doom Slayer for sure. So, I mean, that sounds to me like a pretty solid answer that we're probably going to get some more Doom. If they have more stories to tell, I am down to pay you another $90.
It would be dumb for them not to make any more Doom, and I'm pretty sure Microsoft would be like, what the hell, man?
Yeah,
I just
exactly.
bought you for how much money? You're not going to make Doom your best fucking series? No.
That's the other thing, too. They have Microsoft with them now, too. Imagine the potential that a studio like Microsoft could offer them with their infinite funding and their infinite technological offerings.
Dude, I'm calling it now. We're going to see some sort of Master Chief and Doomslayer collaboration.
That's what lots of people have been
man.
saying.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, they've been speculating, like, they've got to show up in a game together now.
Come on, man. Even if it's, like, versus each other, that'd be sick.
Yeah, just some
make
fucking...
Could you imagine that? Some sort of, like, I know Freddy versus Jason's cheesy and Alien versus Predator, but that kind of thing in a video game would just be so cool.
It's awesome.
I'd be so down for it.
Yeah, it would be awesome. Like, just anything that they can do to help Doom to become even more awesome than it already is, I am down to see that. I am really happy that Microsoft has the acquisition of Bethesda, ZeniMax as a whole, because they've got access to all those awesome franchises, and I believe that Doom is one that will definitely benefit from that ownership right there. But that, to me, sounds like with everything going on, with them perfecting the formula this time around and all this other awesome stuff, that we are definitely going to be seeing more Doom in the future, and I can't wait for that.
So that's it for it, guys. We don't really have any other news or anything. We just wanted to talk about something a little bit on the brighter side of things today and kind of take a break from all the crappy news that's been going on, because there's not really many new games coming out, but there's tons of new controversies, and we've covered most of them lately the past few weeks. So
Probably be talking about another one next week. Just watch. It'll be more fucking bad news.
we've got lots of cool content coming. We've got lots of rant content coming. Make sure you stay tuned and watch the rest of the show here. We will be back next week for more news. Until then, see you guys.
Peach out.
Thank you to Project Supervillain. Doom Eternal looks absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to play it myself. I'm definitely a Bethesda fan. I am currently getting into Fallout 4, and I am loving every moment of it. And friends, this is a friendly reminder that we want clips and highlights to show off what our viewers and community can create. You can take these videos and send them to info@nesthq.online. Again, that's what am I saying? It's info@nesthq.online. It can look like one of these right here.
Oh no. Fuck, dude, I'm out of here. Oh! Arise, Chickum! Oh, fuck! He's got 4 wings! Ah! Fuck, we gotta get in the car! Where's the cars up here? Oh, fuck! Oh my god! Jesus Christ.
Well, I think that just about wraps it up for the show this week. A big thanks to Richard, Willden, and Project Supervillain for the segments this week. And remember to follow us on social media. We have links below in the description and in the corners of the screen. So give us a like and a follow and maybe even subscribe so you can get all the latest news on our broadcasts, tournaments, and other content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next week. Bye!